I went on Etsy to see what $300 gets you if I wanted to get wrestling merch. I spent the past few videos unboxing a bunch of stuff from Temu and the WWE shop. In my last video, I told y'all that if we hit 3,000 views and 500 likes, this video would be happening. So in today's video, we're going to be exploring Etsy and seeing what $300 gets us for wrestling merch. Hi, I'm JLD and I'm a WWE content creator from New York City. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way you get some of the best wrestling content out there, and consider becoming a YouTube member. For as low as $4.99 a month, you get early access to some of our videos, shout outs during our live streams, emotes during our live streams, and a special role in our Discord. So what is Etsy? Etsy is a marketplace for people who make customized and handcrafted items such as picture frames, cans, tumblers, home decor, and just little cool knickknacks that are customizable and just very unique. You can also get things like t-shirts and clothes that are customizable, or just things that are unique to you. It has since also become a marketplace where a lot of people have started drop shipping, whether it's t-shirts, hoodies, and just stuff that is very quick and easy to make. It is also home to a lot of local online stores and places across the United States. Now, depending on the sellers and the vendors, it just depends whether the user is hand making the product themselves, printing it themselves, crocheting it themselves. There's also chances that these items could be shipping internationally, but the benefit of Etsy is that it tells you where these items are shipping from, with most of these items being from the US. So as we go through this video, I'm going to set some expectations of what to expect when you're shopping from Etsy. And it's similar to Temu in the fact that every vendor is different. Just like on Temu, there are many different sellers on there. It's not like from a direct Temu warehouse unless they say otherwise. And depending on the seller, we might have some great quality items that come in. There might be some not so great items. It just depends on their rating, the reviews that are in for that listing and that shop. You can also see the number of sales that they've done. And just like in my previous videos, these are not official WWE shop items. These are hand printed, handcrafted, and just pre-made for regular users like us. And actually, a lot of the WWE theme items that get listed on Etsy end up getting taken down because of copyright reasons. WWE actually goes to Etsy to take down copyrighted listings. So just make sure to check the reviews and the number of sales and just how the shop is doing in general. And also get familiar with their shipping time so you're not surprised with how long it takes for things to arrive. My goal for this video is to check out the variety of items that they have, get an understanding of what kind of items they have in terms of WWE and wrestling, because I'm sure they have t-shirts and hoodies and everything like that, but I'm more curious about the accessories, about the belts, about keychains, about just whatever customizable things also they may have. So maybe during this unboxing, we'll actually get a customizable item too. And just like in my last video, we have some rules that we're going to follow for this unboxing. So the first rule for this unboxing is that it can be from any kind of promotion. It does not have to be from WWE. It could be AEW, TNA, New Japan, or generic items, but I tend to go more towards WWE items anyway. The second rule is that we must spend at least $300, and the shipping / tax are not included in this. But we'll also try to find some coupons from sellers, because Etsy sellers can promote their own coupons or percents off, so we'll try to get some deals in there also. I can get a maximum of 3 items per category. So for example, I can only get 3 t-shirts, or I could get 3 hoodies or 3 hats, etc., etc. And this is for the fourth rule, that there must be a variety of items in this haul. This unboxing would suck if it was just all 10 hoodies or 10 t-shirts. Also, any items that I end up not wanting after this video will be on my website over at justlayingdown.com. If you guys checked out my $200 and $100 Temu unboxings, some of the items are actually up for sale on my website. So if you're interested in any of the items that I do have up for sale, head over to justlayingdown.com today and you'll find those items there. If we hit 50,000 views and 5,000 likes, I will do a $500 WWE shop unboxing with 1 replica belt required in the video. So if you want to see me unbox WWE shop items, make sure you guys are showing love. So without further ado, let's go check out Etsy. When it comes to clothing, this is usually what it looks like. Like you see here, custom sweatshirt and like wrestling merch. It looks like it's all generic right now. It looks like it's just, look at this magnet of Joe Hendry. This actually looks really cool. This is a cool Razor Ramon t-shirt. So the good thing about these listings is that, like I said before, it tells you where it ships from. So it tells you the United States. Sometimes it even tells you specifically like New York or California or whatever. It gives you an estimated time of when it will arrive as well as where it ships. And then you just pick your size, and then if there's another color, then you can check that out. Look at this Joe Hendry pin. That's actually really cool for $5. I mean, you can't go wrong for $5. Seems like when you type wrestling merch, it's like regular college wrestling rather than WWE wrestling. But let's type wrestling shoes. Actually fire. I have not seen this before. I would actually want to rock these to a wrestling show. I would wear these for WrestleMania if they were available. Look at these, man. Now let's look up WWE merch, because now I can actually type WWE and see what's there. They got the Ula Fala. They got some pretty cool sticker magnets, which are cool for your refrigerator. But the question is, I'm assuming the $20 is for all of them. You don't just get to pick one. I'm sure it's for all of them that you get. So fun fact, is actually my Etsy listing, and you know what, I think we're gonna try it out because I never actually got a sample order of this, and I think this would be a cool sweatshirt to at least advertise for you guys. This is actually from my Etsy store, the JLD creation. We got Stardust. That's actually a cool shirt with the Stardust. Should we try our luck with a pack of wrestling cards? I think this is not bad of an idea. Stone Cold hat, we got Lita, we got balloons, we got wrestling balloons. Smells like Dwayne Johnson. What does The Rock even smell like? We got a WWF LED poster. So it looks like maybe it's like a battery you put in the middle and then it just lights up to the color you want. Is this actual SmackDown cards, or is this like, we'll see. I have something similar to this behind me up on the shelf, but this is actually a really cool 3D printed thing. This is what I'm saying also about customized things on Etsy. You can see they do like customized names. So if like maybe your kid's birthday is coming up, you could put like how old they are. Let's do WWE sweatpants because we did not get any sweatpants last time on Temu. These are all leggings though. I don't want leggings. I just want baggy sweatpants, and it doesn't seem like they have a lot. Ooh, I kind of like this. Look at this. Main Event Custom. So you put the name there. So if I wanted to make a sweatshirt that said Main Event JLD, I could literally have it do Main Event JLD. I think I might take advantage of this. I'm probably gonna get an XL of this, and then like I would add like JLD so that you put the text. Let's look up some superstars now. Jey Uso. Okay, these are fire. I need these shades. Look at these shades, man. They got Jey Uso stuff for someone's birthday. They got a Jey Uso sticker. They got It's Just Me Uso. Day one-ish. This is amazing, bro. Y'all remember Chias from back in the day? We got John Cena now as a freaking Chia pet. This guy could kiss my ass. Remember the SmackDown one I got? Well, this is the Raw is War version of it. Now, I think this might actually be legit versus the Temu one where it was just hand printed on. So I feel like if I actually did buy this, it would actually be like legit. We have to do my tribal chief Roman Reigns. World Heavyweight Championship with the Roman Reigns side plates on the side. I can already tell the leather is very flimsy and thin. They got a Roman Reigns rug. Okay, it's a decent size. I wouldn't say it's worth $120, but I think that's really cool. The WWF one looks really cool also. I'm surprised not too much Roman Reigns stuff in terms of merchandise. Like, let's do Cody Rhodes. This is a nice replica belt. This is the one that somebody gave Cody Rhodes. So I want to see how this looks. We got Finish the Story, which is like his whole freaking catchphrase. They got the Cody mask. Money in the Bank pin. That's actually really cool. WrestleMania 2000 Nintendo 64 flag, like a banner poster. Now, I would love to get this, but I don't know where I'd put it, honestly. So I'd probably pass just for that reason. The fact that people are selling WrestleMania primes is ridiculous. I kind of like these better than the low top Air Force ones. I'm going to hold on to these for now. This is nice. Now, should we try this out? Because I feel like we got screwed on the last one. Roman Reigns Polaroids. This is my tribal chief right here, guys. Y'all can't be disrespecting the GOAT. Well, after some time, I was able to get my order up to a little bit over $300. And this will be a combination of stuff you just saw in the video as well as stuff that I saw after I was done recording. Now, I don't know how long everything is going to take to arrive because everything is from the US. So I'm hoping that it is a maximum of about 2 weeks, but maybe in a week and a half, everything will arrive. But our order has been submitted and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Let's go.
2 weeks later.
Well, it's been a few weeks and I got 90% of my items from Etsy. There's still one box remaining and it's coming from China, and unfortunately it's still on its way, but you'll hopefully see it at the end of this video. So for our grand total from Etsy, we went a little bit over than we should have, but our grand total ended up being $328.27 before taxes and shipping. And similar to Temu, you pay for the shipping per item because they are different vendors for different items, with each having their own shipping cost. So in this first part of the unboxing, we got 6 items here that I'm going to open up for you guys. And these are 6 items from 6 different vendors over on Etsy. And I'm thinking we'll probably do this one last. A lot of the packages for this video are small because I tried to focus away from clothing and more towards accessories and things that I didn't see in my Temu video. And also I wanted to change it up a little bit and support some local US based sellers rather than just buying on Temu and it all coming from China. However, one thing I will say about Etsy that I do not like is the fact that there are some sellers out there that say they ship from the US, and once you order the item, you quickly see that the currency is different, and once you get your tracking information, it does come from another country rather than the US, which may not matter to some people, but it may add some extra days if you are trying to get something as soon as possible. And this big box is actually an example of one of those things. So I'm gonna open up these boxes with you guys, give you guys my honest opinion, and for any of the sellers that I bought from on Etsy today, I will probably send you this video to give you my honest review of these products. These are in no particular order, but I am probably leaving this big box for the end. And just like some of the items from my Temu unboxing. Any item that I feel like I just don't want or want to give away will be on my website over at justlayingdown.com. You can go buy them over there if you are interested, and I will hand ship it for you and probably throw in some nice goodies in there too. So without further ado, let's open up these boxes. So I think by the time I recorded the first part of this unboxing, I forgot to put this box in there, but we're gonna open up this box first. So I kind of know already what is in these boxes already because of the shape and when they arrived. Let's check out what the first item is. And the first item from our Etsy unboxing is a NWO hat, which actually, from feeling it, feels pretty nice. It does have that foam feel to it, kind of like those mesh trucker hats. It has the NWO right here. It's from Hat Zone, which I believe that's where they emailed me, like where the tracking was. So I think this is the name of the seller on Etsy. So shout out to Hat Zone. And just like the mesh back with the snapback, which is really cool. So nothing much else to it. It's just a hat. Let's try it on and see if it fits very comfortably. I'll probably have to adjust it. Pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. This looks pretty cool. I like it. And you got the front here. Feels very comfortable. No complaints, honestly. I give this a thumbs up in terms of the hat. It has this little string that's around here. I think that's just a part of the design. And then even like out over here, it has like the stitching. It looks a little all over the place, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't feel any kind of way on your forehead. This hat ended up being $9.71 plus shipping. But yeah, NWO hat. Hat Zone, I would recommend for your hats. So we're just going to keep grabbing items from this box. And I already know what this is, but this is going to be a really cool thing to wear. So this is Razor Ramon t-shirt. Now, if you watched the WWF back in the 90s, you thought Razor Ramon was legit Cuban. I got this in a size XL, and that's how I usually get my shirts when I do these YouTube videos, because I never know if it's going to actually fit or not. So I always get an XL. And even just in case when items do get put in the wash or the dryer, I don't want to like have them shrink. So I always get an XL, so that way it will always fit. This is on a tough Gildan design, so it's a pretty thick shirt. So it does feel very like it'll keep you warm. The design is actually printed very well in terms of the Razor Ramon design, so it's not like that plastic feel that we had from Temu. And we just got to try it on now. We got Razor Ramon with the Intercontinental title and just all the different poses from back in the day. All right, so this is definitely one of the more comfortable shirts that I've gotten online. And usually the Temu shirts are hit or miss in terms of the quality and how it feels, but this Razor Ramon shirt actually feels really good with it being on a Gildan, and it just feels like I could take this to a wrestling show or to like a Comic-Con or any kind of wrestling event. There's nothing on the back. It's all just on the front. Shout out to Scott Hall. Rest in peace to the man. He literally helped out with wrestling to what it is today alongside Kevin Nash. And as the saying goes, bad times don't last, but bad guys do. This shirt ended up being $17.71 plus shipping. So I say it's a steal because usually the WWE Shop shirts are about $40 to $50 if you're at the events. And this feels very comfortable. I would love to wear this around the house or just to any event that I want to go to. It's very comfortable shirt. I give this a thumbs up also. All right, so we got 3 more small packages and then we got the big box afterwards. So for this next one, I actually am looking
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
So I'm looking forward to this package a lot because not only am I excited about the item that's inside, but the seller was actually really nice to me. They took pictures of the package before they shipped it out. This actually came from the UK and it came pretty fast. And we're just very communicative in the product, like order messages and stuff, or I don't know, words are hard sometimes. I'm very curious to see how these look. Ladies and gentlemen, the next item from our unboxing is a pair of Yeet shades. Let's see how they look. So these are the Yeet shades. They actually put Yeet on the front. I wonder if that takes out some of like the coverage of sight if you're wearing them. I'm sure it does. It has like the chrome tint on it just a little bit, and then like the frames on the top as well as on the nose part and stuff. Now I will say it does look a little different than the picture that is on the listing in terms of the frame being sticking out of the shades. I thought it was more of like a flat finish than it would be of how it looks, and it does look a little different from the listing itself. That does kind of suck a little bit, but they still look nice. All right, so now let's try these on real quick. It does cover my sight just a little bit, but that's expected. Even people who buy the official Yeet shades and write Yeet on them, it's gonna cover some sort of sight, but it's not by a lot. It's not like I can't see anything. These are pretty thin in terms of like the weight, so they do feel very comfortable on your eyes, but just be careful not to drop them because I feel like one little drop and these will crack right away, or like the lens will fall out very quickly. And I made sure to wear my main event Jey Uso t-shirt for this video specifically for these shades. So these shades were $19.30 $2.34. They are great shades, don't get me wrong, but I was kind of hoping for what was in the picture of like that flat feel of the shades. Now, maybe it's just the way the picture is. Maybe there is a frame no matter what, kind of like outlined in the picture. Maybe I'm just blind to it or whatever. Like you see how on these shades, there's like a little hole here as part of like the shades design. And then on the picture, it looks like it's full. I still say these are great. I would definitely recommend these. And to the seller, they were fantastic with customer service. So would I buy from them again? Yes, I would. I just wish the picture was a little different than what it was. But you know, that's why you check reviews, chat. So to the seller, thank you. We got 2 left. Let's open up this next one and let's see what's inside. So this next item is, oh my God, it's so small. I didn't think it was this small. We got the Joe Hendry button clip pin, whatever. And I didn't think it was this small. I thought it was like bigger, but you know, they did have the sizing on it. So, you know, I should have done my due diligence, but this is the Joe Hendry pin. I feel like I could put this on my like carry-on bag or something. That'll be pretty cool to put it on. Or like this button was $5 and you know what? A win's a win. And you know what? Just for my due diligence of not looking at the sizing of inches and stuff, I say this is a W. So I actually lied. There was actually another package behind the desk that I forgot all about, and we're gonna open it now. So this is the next package, and I know what it is, and I think you guys will absolutely love this one. And I'll let you guys know what the store names are in the comments below. So this next item is a CM Punk pin, and the fact that Dwayne is in the main event and I'm not makes me sick. And this is from Juice Box Pins over at Etsy, and I like the back of it. It has like a, what is it, High C, which is the throwback juice that I used to be drinking as a kid, like at school or lunch or at the pool, whatever. So shout out to Juice Box Pins. I like this pin a lot. So it's the CM Punk pipe bomb, so definitely recommend. And this was $12 before shipping. But yeah, it's a pin and I absolutely like it. So I'll probably also put this on my fanny pack or a carry-on or whatever, because people need to know that I'm a wrestling fan. So the final small item from this Etsy unboxing is finally here, and we're gonna open it up together because I'm very excited about this one, especially with all of the craze about certain things going on in the wrestling world, that I actually want to try this out and see what we can get from something a little more vintage, if you may get what I'm saying. But I do like the packaging. They do keep it secure because this item is actually, ooh, a vintage pack of WWF SmackDown trading cards. Now, I don't know too much about these trading cards because I never really collected them as a kid. I feel like I probably bought like 1 pack of cards, maybe from an old vending machine back in the day when I was a kid of WWF, but that was God knows how long ago. So we're gonna actually open these up together and just see if it's worth it. I mean, it's not like these are PSA 10 Charizards or anything like that, but I just want to see if we get some of the cool wrestlers we all like and love. And this pack of SmackDown cards was $12.49 plus shipping. And shout out to the seller for also putting a nice packaging to it, making sure it gets on time, even putting it in like a little sleeve here too, because this is really cool. But I think it's time we open this up. All right, so excuse the quality of the camera for this unboxing of the cards. This is like my second webcam while I just show you guys what's inside. But it is the WWF SmackDown Chromium Edition collector's cards. And there are 6 cards per pack. So let's see what's inside. We're gonna open it. This is in no way any kind of Pokemon cards or I'm gonna get a PSA 10 Charizard. This is just for nostalgia purposes. So we're gonna open this up and we're gonna see what we get. We got Hardcore Holly with the Hardcore Championship. This is a nice card right here. What's it have on the back? This has like the information and everything. So triple threat match for the Hardcore Championship. This is when Hardcore Holly, I believe it's Hardcore Holly, it looks like him, I don't think it's Crash, but he won the title. We got the final boss, we got the Rock. These are nice hollow foils. So I feel like all of these are probably hollow foils. So let me know if you guys know more about these cards, but this is really cool. I'm not in it for the value here. I'm more just like, let's just open them up together. Next up, we got Stone Cold and Vince. This is a fucking classic moment of Stone Cold and Vince just going at it nonstop for God knows how much. And it seems like they're all hollow foil or like kind of shiny, I guess. Not the entire card, but yeah, you get the idea. And you get like the back, and the back just seems to have more of like the information of like what happened at the event of the card. So next up, we got The Rock doing the people's elbow on Mankind. We got the Big Show doing his choke slam. I think that's against Edge or Christian, but we can probably look at the back here. Now that the Big Show is working alongside The Undertaker, this is one show that's not about to end. I definitely like the show's new attitude. Better not forget that Shane McMahon is the real showstopper. But I think it's one of those. So I think it's either Edge or Christian that he's trying to choke slam there, because they usually wore the same thing. And then finally, we got Stone Cold Steve Steve Austin with the Undertaker. I guess he's just like slamming his leg to the ring post. These are really cool cards. Would I recommend these cards? If you're a card collector, then I would definitely recommend you check them out, especially if you haven't seen cards like these before, especially from the Attitude Era. But if you're just a casual wrestling fan, then maybe leave it to the card collectors. So earlier in this video, I mentioned how some of the listings on Etsy do show that they ship from the United States, but once you get the tracking information, it actually ships from a whole nother country in itself. And that was the case with this box right here that we're about to open. This said it was shipping from the United States, but when I got the tracking information, it was DHL and it came from Pakistan. Now, despite it coming from Pakistan, this actually shipped in like 5 days and it got here very fast. So shout out to the seller here. But if you see my last videos, you probably kind of guessed what kind of item this is, and we're gonna open it up right now. And I pray to God that this is actually a better quality item than the one we got last time. So now I'm gonna figure out how I can even open this, because there's literally tape everywhere. And it seems like DHL had to actually close this up with their own tape. I don't think the person used the tape themselves for DHL. We have finally opened it, and we have, hopefully this is actually good, because the styrofoam packing is actually really good on this. Before we open it up, we have the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Now the question is, when I open this up, is it gonna be all damaged? Is it gonna be scratched up? Is it gonna be bad quality or not what I asked for? But let's see. Seems like they taped it up all right and very easily accessible to get into. It has a little bit of weight to it also, so I will say they may have done very well on this. So here we go, the NWA title. It has a little bit of weight to it. It's not super heavy. Like I said before, these belts come from Pakistan. These belts are usually made with very cheap quality items. I got the cheapest version, which was the 2mm belt. Gold itself, it's gold plated. This thing freaking smells though. I will tell you, this thing freaking smells. Now, the reason I bought this belt was because I wanted to get something that was US based and not from overseas. And the reason I wanted that was because I felt like if I got it overseas, some of the stuff would just be crappy. And as soon as I see the side plate, the Japan side's already messed up and broken. And then the Mexico's also scratched up. This here, that's like the paint is just jacked up, unfortunately. Australia just seems off. The Australia banner is scratched off here also, as well as the Canada one. It's just like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right. The leather itself actually feels really nice. It looks like it straps in actually very well. Now, at first glance, this is a really cool belt. I like it. In terms of the design, I've always wanted the NWA title because it's such a unique belt from like the WWE title and what WCW had and ECW. And it's not talked about as much as it should be. Now, for $121, I'm expecting that it's not going to be one of the greatest belts out there. It's not going to be super heavy, or it's not going to be like full gold and all that stuff. Like, I expect that. But if you're gonna sell a belt for over $100, at least make sure the freaking paint is all like good and all that, and it just doesn't scratch off very easily, because it almost feels like this is used similar to the Attitude Era belt that I bought in my Temu video. Now, for those that asked in my last video, where's the Attitude Era belt? I want to buy it. Unfortunately, I did return it because I just wasn't satisfied that I got what I asked for. But with the NWA title, I did get what I asked for besides the paint etching, so it's not like they deceived me. I just feel like they should have done a better job with the paint job that they did on this belt, because it is really nice. So I will decide on my own if I want to actually sell this on my website at justlayingdown.com or if I'm going to keep it. But right now, I'm kind of leaning towards keeping it. But let this be a message to you guys to be very careful where you buy your belts from. A lot of them that come from outside the United States do end up being not that good of a quality. So either buy from the WWE shop or buy from a legit seller that you may know from online, or just stay away, or just lessen your expectations if you do buy, because cheap doesn't always mean good. So this is most of the items that I got from my Etsy store. Like I said earlier in the beginning of the video, unfortunately, the last 2 items are shipping from China, so they still haven't arrived yet. But lucky for you guys, you get to see it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, after another 2 weeks of waiting, these final 2 packages arrived from China. Now, yes, I know that this video was supposed to be everything within the US, but some of the stuff was just so unique to give up on. Now, regarding the shipping time from China to the US, normally from a normal seller, it would be pretty quick, maybe like a week or 2, but this seller, for some reason, unfortunately, took almost a month to finally ship these 2 in. It took us about 3 weeks to get a tracking number, and then when the tracking number was available, it was the wrong one, and I had to reach out back and forth with the seller before I threatened to cancel for them to finally give us the right tracking. And then shortly after that, they finally arrived in the US and I was able to get them. So without further ado, let's open up these 2 boxes, and let's start off with the small one first. So I will let you know this is a customized item. I did say that I want to get at least 1 customizable item from Etsy because that is what Etsy specializes in, whether it be jewelry, whether it be t-shirts, sweaters. They have people that make customizable things that are personal to you. So the first item we got from China, we got a main event JLD sweatshirt. Let's just say I found one of my WrestleMania outfits for Yeet Mania. I'm not gonna lie, coming from China, this is actually a pretty good quality sweatshirt. It's not too thick, but it's not thin or flimsy or anything like that, and the design itself is printed very well. So for this specific listing, you could put whatever name you wanted underneath main event, and that's exactly what I did with main event JLD. I think this is a really cool idea. I believe they had a red version of this shirt as well, but I wanted the Jey Uso blue. So this is going to be exciting, and I would love to wear this for WrestleMania, especially with him facing Gunther for the title. Now it looks good, now it feels good, but does it fit good? All right, so this is actually a pretty fly outfit. I had to put the heat shades from earlier on in the video. So just like my Temu videos, when you're buying from China, you always got to make sure you buy a size up or two when you order things that are shipped from there, because their sizing is different than here in the US. It feels good. It feels like a good quality sweatshirt, but I feel like it's a little too snug on me, even though it is a size XL. And normally for sweatshirts, I am a size extra large because I like them a little baggy, but for t-shirts, I usually get size large. So this is a little bit snug. So if you are a size large, make sure you get maybe 2 sizes up from this seller. But besides that, besides the sizing, it does fit very well. And I feel like this is a shirt that everybody would love, or maybe if you're getting this as a birthday gift for somebody that likes Jey Uso, or for your kid or son or whatever, like they'll like this. This ended up coming out to $42.87. Unfortunately, I don't think it's worth that amount of money for the cost of the sweatshirt and the print on. I say this would be much more worth it if it was like about $30 at max, especially with the customization. But I think with Jey Uso being so over right now in the WWE, and just the customization version of it where you could put whatever name you want, I think that's where they get their price points from. So I think this would have been much baggier on me if I got a size 2XL. But do I like the shirt? Absolutely. I just wish their shipping mechanism was just a little bit better and they gave me better tracking updates. But yeah, And on the main event, let's open up our final box. So I know what this is already. I'm just very curious on how they're gonna look, how they're gonna feel, and just in general, what the packaging is gonna look like. So as you probably saw from the wrapping itself, this is a shoe box. So we got a pair of shoes. So let's start actually opening these up, and these are freaking fire. We have a pair of Cody Rhodes sneakers. These are really interesting. I'm very excited to try them on, and if you are a Cody Rhodes fan, I'm very interested to see if you would wear these, because I feel like these could be something you wear for WrestleMania. So these are the sneakers, and I'm gonna give you guys like a full 360 view of the sneakers so you can see them for yourself. But the first thing I noticed when I checked them out is that the photo is a little bit uneven depending on where it's placed. So like, for example, on one of these, the skull is partially off of the design, and on this one it's almost basically done. While on the outer parts of the shoe, it is still a little uneven, but at least the whole design is there and you understand what it is. So I'm very familiar with how these are created, whether it be drop shipping through Printify or Printful, for example, and they ship them straight from China. I know how these work with the sneakers specifically. Now with these, all the person has to do is add the photo on each side and then add whatever colors they want to the shoe and to the laces. However, whoever made this design, they didn't take into account that they need to make the Cody Rhodes American Nightmare logo absolutely perfect on each side. So in terms of just the look itself, I think they're really cool. We're going to try them on very shortly, but I think they should have paid attention just a little bit more to the detail of the logo that's going to be on the shoe. In terms of the laces, they're pretty basic generic laces. It has the black tongue over here as well. You did get the option of black laces or white laces, so I opted for the black laces. You got the red on the front, you got the blue because it is the American Nightmare, you got the white all over, you got the black soles, which look very fresh and clean, and then on the back is nothing really. So I ended up getting these sneakers in a size 44, which is the equivalent of a US size 10.5 or 11, depending on how your feet are. And I'm not gonna lie, they were actually very comfortable. It came with like this weird dust bag, but it ripped on like the first tear, unfortunately, and then the filler for the soles and the shoes are just styrofoam, so you just pull it out and put your shoe in and all that. And for a mere $87.87, you'll be able to get a pair of Cody Rhodes shoes just like this. And I like this pair because it kind of reminds me of the Nike Dunks and all that, and I'm a big fan of Nike, so I figured let me try them out and review them for you guys. And these are cool for WrestleMania. I could bring these with me on my flight to Vegas for WrestleMania, so If I do, you'll probably see me wearing them. But all in all, I would give these shoes a thumbs up. So that's it for the video, guys. Like I said before, if we hit 50,000 views and 5,000 likes on this video specifically, I will do a $500 WWE Shop unboxing with 1 replica belt required in the video. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way you get some of the best wrestling content out there. Thank you guys for showing support as much as you guys have been. It's been an amazing ride. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.